Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaaya cha, Nandagopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, Namah Pankajanabhaya, Namah Pankaja Maline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, राम राम हरे हरे श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय कुंती स्तुति की जय Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to the second day of this beautiful stotram from Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who are attending here for the first time, you really don't need to worry. We'll do a quick recap of what this is all about, and then so you can easily get connected. So in Mahabharata, you're all expert in Mahabharata, Ramayana, so there's not need of much introduction to the Itihasa. But Mahabharata, where Krishna was ready to depart from Hastinapur after settling the life for the Pandavas. Everything was settled nicely for Pandavas, and he was ready to leave. At that point of time, there was a danger thing happened, which is Aswathama. He released a special, a very dangerous astra, and then that astra came and attacked. You want to sit here? Thank you. Ashwatthama released an astra to destroy the complete lineage of the Pandavas. The last child of Pandavas is conceived by Uttara. Uttara is daughter-in-law of Arjuna and wife of Abhimanyu. And that particular astra went into the womb of Uttara and then was going to destroy the child within the womb of Uttara. And at that point of time, she called out for Krishna. Krishna protected and saved the child within the womb. And that child has become the famous hero of Srimad Bhagavatam, whose name is Parikshit Maharaj. Interestingly, this story is told to Parikshit Maharaj itself. Parikshit Maharaj is hearing about his own story about his birth. And then Krishna said, okay, now everything is solved. So I'm going to depart now. I'm going to go to Dwaraka, which is where Krishna's place is. So he was ready to get into the chariot. And at that point of time, his aunt, who's Kunti Devi, Pandava's mother, Pancha Pandava's mother. Right? So she took care of all the five anyway. So we can say she's the mother of all Pandavas, five brothers. Therefore, the mother of Pandavas, Kunti ran to Krishna and started doing a stotram that is present in Srimad Bhagavatam in the first canto, 8th chapter. And there are 26 slokas. We covered 8 slokas yesterday. 26 slokas. So we are going to cover another 8 today.
waiting for.
Okay. Mute. Hare Krishna. Kindly please mute. Everyone kindly please mute. Thank you. Today we'll cover 8 slokas, and then tomorrow we are going to cover 10 slokas. So that makes us 26 slokas. It's a beautiful slokas. The reason that it's important that we make use of our time hearing about these stotras, because we ourselves don't have that capacity or the skills or experience to write the stotras. We are not so skilled. Therefore, what we do is, in front of when we go to the temple, sometimes we don't know what to pray even in front of God. Sometimes we just go there, we sit there or stare at the God, right, and then come back. Rather, what we have to do is, best thing is to memorize some of these stotrams, whatever slokas we know, then we recite those slokas, stotram, in front of God. That's good enough. Because these stotras are all there just for us by Kali Yuga people who doesn't know how to pray. Therefore, these stotras are there. If we recite this stotram, it's very, very nice. And Krishna is pleased by reciting the stotram that's sung by the great saints and sages and the devotees. That is why we are gathered here to release this beautiful stotram. What happened yesterday was the last sloka of yesterday's sloka, where Kunti Maharani is telling Krishna, I want to have your darshanam all the time. Darshanam, right? When you have the darshan of someone whom you love, you don't feel like there's problem in your life. If you love someone, whatever, whomever you love for that matter, but you don't feel anything as a botheration for you because you're always thinking about the loved one, whether that person is with you or without you. There are two types of love. When the loved one is with you, that's one type of love. When the loved one is away from you, that's also a love in separation. That's a different type of love. Both are high class. The highest is actually in the separation. Therefore, in Ramayana also we see Rama missed Sita more for 10 months during when she was away in the Lanka. He was missing her so much. These are beautiful things that we can know and learn, that how the loved ones, when we love someone, then we don't see problems at all in our life. But the problem is the loved one that we think in this world is also temporary, unfortunately. Whomever we love in this world, they're not going to be present all the time with us. We may ourselves not be there all the time, right? Therefore, we have to try to love someone who's always with whom we can always connect to. We always connect to, right? Therefore, the way to connect to Krishna, that is, if you want person A want to connect to person B, there should be some sort of interaction between A and B to connect. You can't just say I love you, but you don't do anything. You don't even remember his or her birthday, right? What the person likes to eat, right? What color he likes. You have no clue about that person, but you say I love that person, right? So, for example, yesterday I asked you, what do you like to eat? What is your favorite food to eat? What? Idli, pasta, right? Or standard. Pizza, right? You like pizza, right? If I give her a ragi laddu, that too not with sugar, right? But with dates, you're going to like it? You don't even know what I'm talking about. Right? What is this black color thing? She's not going to like it. So I need to know what she likes so I can give you on your birthday. This is what Ananya, what's it? Anika, you like this one, I'll give you pizza. Then you'll say, hi, I like you, you're my friend. When I give you which you like, correct? Yes, she says yes. Likewise, if you love someone, we need to know what he likes, and then you have to give that person what he likes. Krishna says the only way that we can establish this connection, the Atma and Paramatma, there should be a connection of love, exchange of love. That exchange of love should take place. Please come. Exchange of love should take place. And that process of love from the Jivatma to Paramatma is what called as devotion or bhakti. That bhakti. Bhakti is nothing but love towards God. Love towards God. Prahlad, come here. Please take your honorable seat. I may need your help. That's why I'm asking you to sit. So these are Pandits here sitting here in the front. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, they know everything. So if I make any wrong mistake, they will correct me. Okay. Until I call your name, you should not correct me. Okay? Gopal, remember that. So now Kunti Maharani is, we finished the 8 slokas. Now at the end of the slokas, we saw that Krishna is asking to his aunt, why do you praise me so much? And Krishna, Kunti is telling, because you've been there in my life at every moment to save me, my family. Kunti is telling, you have been there with me every moment. You saved our family. Then you saved your own mother and your own brothers, right? Remember? Just 24 hours back, we saw all this thing. You should not say, when did you tell this one? It's just 24 hours back, I told. Krishna Prashna ourselves. But okay. Now, therefore, we also saw that the real point of our life, the prayer is that Krishna, whatever the situation may happen in my life, I should never forget you. I should never forget you. We saw Mukunda, Mordna, Pranipatya Yache, Bhavantam Ekanta Miyantamartam, Avitvisit Charanara Bhave Bhave Me Astu Bhava Prasadat. Bhave Bhave Me Astu Bhava Prasadat. Only one thing I want, even if I take life after life after life after life after life, I should never forget your lotus feet, Krishna. That one thing is enough for me. That's all I'm praying for. So therefore, this is from Mukunda Mala. This is exactly the mood of Kunti Devi also. And we saw a few examples yesterday. Now let's get into the 9th sloka for today. And in the sequence, in the order 26 slokas, this is in that order. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, if anyone is referring to Srimad Bhagavatam, you can please go to the website called vedabase.io and use /SB Srimad Bhagavatam and click on Creation, Canto 1 and go to chapter 8 and click on text number 26. Okay, that's where we're going to start here. If you don't have, that's fine. Just simply here, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Just hearing is also just enough. Now the 9th sloka. Janma aiśvarya sutta sribihi. Yetamana mata pumana. Naivarhati abhi dhatum vai tuam akiñcana-vittāya. This is a beautiful, another beautiful sloka. Now, the devotees of the Lord, really, what do they want from God? Is interesting to know that they really want nothing. They don't want anything. They're pure devotees of the Lord. So you please, all 3 of you come here. Yeah, we made a special place for you. Kids come here in the prayer. All come. All the kids, please, whenever they come, just put them here in the prayer. Yeah. Because they know at any given situation, Krishna is there to save. Krishna is there. In what is one incident, what happened was in Mahabharata, our Duryodhana, brother Duryodhana, he won it's all been said, the Kurukshetra war is going to take place. At that point of time, Duryodhana is very much interested in astrology. He believes in astrology. When he gets up in the morning, whether to face on the north side or east side, whether to go this side or that side, the kitchen should be in this side or that side. He's very much into Vastu and then also astrology. Nothing wrong, but I'm telling you, he's too much into that one. But not in bhakti. Anyway, when you're doing bhakti, everything falls in place, by the way. Right? We should understand, making arrangement of the house and arrangement of all these different things minus bhakti, you're depending on astrology, not on God. But you place God as the center of your house, even some mistakes here and there will all set properly. That's a secret in bhakti. Now coming to the point here, because Duryodhana decided, Duryodhana is getting ready to get to the war. But when you want to know when is the right muhurta, when is the right time to start, so that he can win. So that he can win at the battle. So he was going and looking for someone who's a good astrologer who can give a right muhurta time when the war can start. And no astrologer wanted to tell him anything, because if anything goes wrong, first thing he will do is come and chop his head. The astrologer said. So every astrologer vacated the house and went away somewhere to. So the only astrologer who was very good in astrology was staying there without moving out is Sahadeva. Who is Sahadeva? One of the Pandava, one of the brothers. He's very good in astrology. Very good in astrology. So Duryodhana went to Pandava, Sahadeva, and asked, hey bro, he said, what's the matter? Small help I need. Take my Jatakam, my chart, and then according to this, tell me what is the right time when I can start the war, so I can win the war. What should Sahadev tell? Usually, if it was in your situation, he's going to fight against you, and Sahadev, hey, go and look for someone else. Why are you asking me? Correct? But then Sahadev took the chart and calculated everything. He said, Amavasya. On Amavasya day, move your the elephant. The elephant, the king has a special elephant. Move in the battlefield, make it ready right at the Amavasya Muhurta time. Move the elephant one step forward, and guaranteed you will win. Guaranteed you will win. And Duryodhana becomes so, because he was very confident. He knows Sahadeva is pakka, very good in astrology. And Duryodhana becomes so very happy and is smiling and going. And on the way, Bhīma was coming. He saw Duryodhana like this. Duryodhana was had some sort of a arrogant look and proud, and he was just walking happily. And Bhīma couldn't understand. He went to Sahadeva and asked, what's the matter? Why is so happy? Now our brother came. Okay, what's the matter? He asked when is the right time for him to start the Muhurta time where he can win. So what did you tell? What did you tell? Yeah, I told him the right time. One brother does gambling and loses everything. Another brother helping the opponent to win. What a brothers I have. Bhīma was thinking, what type of brothers these guys are? With these brothers, life is going to be miserable for me. Right? He was thinking what to do. Anyway, at the time, Krishna came. So everyone was really very upset, don't know what to do. And at that time, Krishna came, the matter came to Krishna. Krishna, why you're also somewhat in anxiety? Well, our brother Sahadeva gave a nice muhurta for Duryodhana so that he can win. And Krishna said, Sahadeva, why did you do that? How can you do this? You know that he is going to win if you tell the right muhurta. Are you ready? In what, by what means you can give this one? He said, Krishna, my mean is only you. For my knowledge, I cannot hide the knowledge. Whatever I learned, if someone asks me, I have to tell. That's what I learned. Okay? And that does not happen in the corporate world, by the way. In corporate world, you tell everything, your job will be out. That's why people doesn't want to share the knowledge. They call it knowledge transfer. Nothing will be transferred. Only problems will be transferred. Today, from my office, 4 of people today was the last day. And then we did 2 months of knowledge transfer. And we went and asked the other person who got knowledge transfer, how was the knowledge transfer? I learned nothing. He was coming and telling what he's going to do after going out of the office. That's how the knowledge transfer takes place. So people doesn't want to share the knowledge in the world. But when it comes to Krishna consciousness, when it's come to spirituality, by sharing knowledge, we do not lose anything. That's the important point. How do you say that? How do you say? I speak about Krishna. I speak about Krishna. And you speak to me about Rama. By me speaking about Krishna to you, you gain Krishna. Correct? Say yes. By you teaching Rama to me, I learn Rama. What did I lose? What did I gain? Rama. What did she gain? That's it. In spirituality, there is no loss by sharing knowledge. One should not be afraid of sharing knowledge. Now, therefore, Sahadeva said, what can I do? I have to share the knowledge. But in what confidence you gave that answer to him, that good Murta? Because Krishna, you are there. You are there. And I am sure that you will take care of the thing. You will protect us. Therefore, Krishna did a wonderful thing which never ever happened in the history. Bodhayana Amavasya. There's another Amavasya he created, new Amavasya he created. Before Amavasya, one day prayer, he went and started doing Shraddha near the river. And Duryodhana thought that's the time Amavasya started. Krishna is doing Tarpanam, right? To his forefather. So he went and told that the elephant caretaker, hey, move the elephant, it's time, it's Muhurta, move it. And he moved. And then he was so very happy he's going to win. And he went back to Bhīma and said, Bhīma Dev, Pitamaha, we are going to win. How do you say? I moved the elephant. Why you have to move tomorrow? No, today is Amavasya. Who told you? Tomorrow, no, today Amavasya. Who told you? Krishna was doing Tarpana. And then Bhīma said, really? He said, yes. But Krishna doing Tarpana for who? His fathers are alive. His parents are alive. Did you ask him? Go and ask, who is he doing tarpanam for? And then Duryodhana was in the tension. He went to Krishna. Krishna, you're doing tarpana to who? Krishna said, it's for you. What is going to happen, we know. Therefore, now only I'm doing tarpanam for you. Like that, Krishna is there to protect us and save us. You okay? Sitting there? Okay. So therefore, that's why Queen Kunti is saying that you are there in our situation to help us all the time. Therefore, Krishna is svatantrīya. Svatantrīya means is independent. What we have to develop is not svatantrīya, not to be independent, but to be dependent on God. When we are dependent on God, we don't need to be dependent on anyone else. But if we simply be dependent on God alone, we are safe. Like our child, we were just calling Samanvi to come to Dallas over the weekend, and she was all excited to come. But then, even though she has a strong desire, can you get up so everyone knows who don't know who Samanvi is? They may think I'm talking about some Mataji's there. They may think wrong about me, please. Turn. That is Samanvi. She's only 20. She's 12 years old. For me, she's like my daughter. So she wanted to come. She had a strong desire to come, but there's a dependency, which is a very good dependency. That she said, Vaishvi also did the same thing. She also has a strong desire to come, but there's a dependency. I will come, Prabhuji, but can you also call my mom and dad? Yeah. Can you also call my mom and dad? That's called dependency. That dependency is needed for all of us. One should not call that as an attachment. That's really needed. This kind of bondage is so very important in life. But the real bondage and attachment and dependency should be on the Supreme Father, Sri Krishna. If we think that I'm independent, therefore Krishna says you can be independent and you can take a chance and do whatever you want. And whenever you dependent on me, that time I'll help you. And that's exactly what happened in the story of Draupadi and happened in the story of elephant Gajendra. Because Draupadi was thinking she can save herself, her family members around is going to save, Bhīma is going to save, Drona is going to save, her 5 husbands will save. None of them came forward. And finally, she raised out her hand, Govinda, Mukunda, Murari. So you are the only one who can save me. The Gajendra elephant was also doing the same thing, 1,000 celestial years. He said it thought it can save itself, but ultimately it couldn't save itself. Therefore, he called out to Krishna. Then he came. And Krishna watches us like that. Now, what is the reason we don't want to call out Krishna? What is the reason that we don't want to depend on God? What is the thing that's stopping us to be dependent on God? Is what the message in this 9th sloka. The reason that we are attached or depending on, not on Krishna, we are depending on something else, which is stopping us to change the program from that one, the attachment or faith on that one, towards God. Unless and we detach from this one, we cannot attach to God. And what are those things? 4 things. That's exactly what has been told in this particular sloka. So we are going to see this sloka. Janma aiśvarya sutasthitihi etamana matapumanam naivarhati bhavi datum vai tvam akiñcana-gocharam. Beautiful sloka. Akiñcana-gocharam. Akiñcana-gocharam. Now, how do we know? How do you understand? How do you think that you accept someone as your superior? When do you accept someone as a superior? When you say he's my superior, what does it mean? That means when the superior says something, you do it. There's no second question. When then you go and tell the superior something how to do, that means you become the master and you're treating that person as a servant. Yes or no? Make sense? You got to be a little attentive here. Otherwise, you may miss and you may think I'm blabbering something. So you please understand, if you are consider someone as a master, that means you leave the whatever ideas and program to that master to do. But when you go to the master and tell that this is how you should do, that means you're taking the position of master. When we go to God, the mood should be, my dear Lord, You do what is best for me in my life. When we go to the Lord, we said, you know what? Next month, find me a job. I've been working for this company for 20 years. They have not given me promotion. Krishna, make sure this year end I should get a promotion. So now what's happening is that we are giving our program to the master who's supposed to be treated as master. Now we're telling him what to do, right? That means you're taking the position of master. We are taking the position of master, which is not what is right thing to do. Why we are doing all this thing is because of 4 reasons. And the 4 reason is because of one reason called ahankara. Ahankar. What is ahankar? The point of thinking I, me, and mine. Right? That's called ahankar. I am. I am so and so. I am so great. I have a good education. I have a best knowledge. I'm born in a such and such family. I look better than that person. Right? I'm the wealthiest person. When we have such ideas, these 4 things, what are the 4 things? Janma, aiśvarya, shrutha, sribihi. These are 4 things. What is janma means? Born in a high class family, in a high class family, aristocratic family, or a very very religious family, a Brahmanical family, and one start thinking oneself to be great because you're taken birth in that family. Right? Janma. Aishwarya. Aishwarya means where you are a richest man. You are wealthy. You are wealthiest person. You have so much to buy. Whatever you want, you can buy. You have a wealthiest person. And Sutta means a knowledge. You're very knowledgeable, very intelligent, very, very intelligent. And the 4th is Sri, and the Sutta Sribihi means where you are looking handsome, beautiful, right? So these 4 things where person has, even one of these 4 has, we cannot control that person. We cannot control. Imagine one person is having all these 4 things. How that person will behave? How that thing is a thing. Oh, sorry. Now let's see. You get up. Have you seen a monkey? How does monkey behave? Do a small demo. Huh? Just act and show. That's monkey does. Oh no, don't sit. Okay. Now that monkey accidentally enter into a bar in a liquor shop, and he doesn't know what it is. The monkey drank alcohol, liquor. Now you drank. Assume you're a monkey now. You're not. You're a nice boy, but you're going to demonstrate to everyone. You are a monkey, and you did all this thing. Right? Now you're drunk. How will you behave? Monkey drunk. How does monkey behave? Monkey already his behavior is somewhat. You sit. You get up. Perfect. Come on, ready? How does monkey behave? How does a drunk monkey behave? Get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up. Very good. Not clap yet. It's not over yet. The drunkard monkey, the shop is closed now. They chased it out. Drunk monkey came outside, and it didn't notice there was a scorpion stinged him. Okay? Drunkard monkey, bitten by how does it behave? You have been stinged by the scorpion, and you're drunk, and you're a monkey.
But where was it stung?
Don't question me. Just at your foot. Okay. How did it begin? Now that wait. Good. Everyone will clap for you. Wait 1 second. One last point. Come on, get up. Drunk monkey, and then stinged by the scorpion, and the 4th is now it's become mad. Now it's become mad. How do you behave? How does that monkey behave? The online people, you're all missing a wonderful show here. I cannot. That's why you have to come in person next time. If you come tomorrow, we'll make another monkey show for you. Okay. Clap, 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 clap. It becomes uncontrollable. A monkey drunk monkey bitten by a scorpion and also became mad. Janma, aiśvarya, sruta, srivi. A person cannot be controlled. That person cannot be controlled. How we cannot control Gopal monkey? I'm sorry. We cannot control that person. He starts thinking he is the Ishvara. Aham Ishvara. Aham Bohi. He thinks I am the Ishvara. I am the enjoyer. And his behavior has become arrogant. And for such people, God does not appear. God does not appear. That's a point. For such people who are arrogant and thinking proud about their janma, aishwarya, sutta srivi, God does not show darshan to such people. That's not true. That's what is being told here. Janma, aishwarya, sutta srivi, etamanam madat pumanam. Such person with madam will become, madam means, what do you say? Madam is very arrogant. Very arrogant. You call this mad elephant. When the elephant becomes mad, you cannot control the elephant. Like that, this monkey cannot be controlled. Like that, the person who's having all this four or any of this one also cannot be controlled. Cannot be controlled. Naivarhati abhi dhatum vai. And most of the time, these people work towards improving their material standards. They keep on working on improving their material standards. But one more point I want to tell, that does not mean that one should not be having riches. We touched this point yesterday. Ambarish Maharaj, Dasaratha Maharaj, Sahara Maharaj, all these great saints, they're all saints. Janaka Maharaj, they're all rich people, can't even imagine. Right? But they all walked in the consciousness of their servant leader. Their servant leader. They are not thinking they're master. They think I'm a servant leader. In that consciousness, even though they had all this wealth, they were in a proper consciousness. Therefore, they were able to handle everything nicely. Therefore, money is not a problem. Education is not a problem. And then the birth is not a problem. And even if you look better, nicer, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You can engage everything in that tvam akiñcana-gocharam. But to whom Krishna is easily approachable? Akiñcanas. This is a beautiful term. Akiñcanyam, ananya-gatitvam. These two terms are very important. Akiñcanyamam, when a person says in front of the Lord, my dear Lord, I don't have anything. Remember Anjali Mudra yesterday? I don't have anything. I don't have any credits. If you think you have credits, then you're not allowed to enter into the kingdom of God. If you say that I don't have any credits by myself, I don't have bhakti, I don't have jnana, I don't have any of this thing, that's called akiñcana. For such people who are akiñcanas, Krishna is easily reachable. Easily reachable. That's a beautiful sloka Krishna and the Queen Kunti is telling. Therefore, we have to not that we have to get rid of our wealth and all this thing. We got all this thing because of our previous karma, good karma we have done. Therefore, we are here in a better place. But use all those things in service of Krishna. Knowing that this is Krishna's property, I'm just the caretaker. In that consciousness, when we work, then no problem having any amount of wealth or whatever it may be. Akiñcana-gocharam. One was nothing other than one thing called bhakti. But we may have everything in our life. But if we don't have bhakti, as Prabhupada says, throughout our life, all we have collected is only zeros. Now, let's see. Now, who can we pull? I already spoke to her. What's her name? Sri Prashna. Tell me, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 equal to what? Are you sure? 10 zeros equal to 0? Do you think she's right? Okay. So when you add a 1 in front of it, still 0? No, it has some value, right? 1 million or 10 million, whatever. Likewise, Prabhupada says, our Acharya, founder Acharya Prabhupada says, we have all in our life material standards. All we have to do is just add Krishna to the top. When we add Krishna to the top, then whatever we have becomes valuable. Otherwise, it has no value in our life. That's the point that's being told here. And Krishna does not look for any birth. We know very well. Vibhishana, was he born in a Brahmin family? No. What about Prahlad? Forget about all this human. What about Jatayu? A bird. Whom he made as a friend, monkeys. We just made fun of monkey. Rama's best friend is monkey. You know that? Friends, monkeys. Therefore, God looks not birth. He sees bhakti, not birth, bhakti. If anyone has bhakti, it doesn't matter what kulam, what jati, what you are. That is the important point that we need to know. Now let's move on to the 27th verse, which is the 10th sloka. Nama akiñcana-vittāya nivṛtta-guṇa-vṛttaye ātmārāmāya śāntāya kaivalya-pataye namaha. This is another beautiful sloka. Now, ātmārāmāya, arama means garden. Arama means garden. Ātmārāmāya means one makes the Atma as a garden. Once we enjoy his Atma like a garden. Opposite of that is called Indrarama. That is one who makes the Indriyas means the senses as a garden and find enjoyment with the Indriyas, or Indriyarama. There are two types of people. Where here it says that Krishna, your Ātmārāmāya. Ātmārāmāya means Krishna really does not need any external objects to make him happy. But generally, for all of us, we become happy only through the external objects. When we see something nice externally, whether it's eatable or seeable or touchable or smellable or hearable, all these different things is external objects. Through the external objects, our senses get happy and pleasure, and therefore we become happy. After this program, Muthu and Jyoti decided that they are not going to give us food. Okay, what is the use of giving food for these people? Let us take this food and give it to some orphan or something. These people are rich people anyway. They eat and come again. They will eat. Okay? So therefore, why to give? Let to give to orphan. But what will happen for us? Our indriyas, the garden will sink. Therefore, our happiness is dependent on all these external things. Whereas God, does he need anything from us to make him happy? Does God need anything, Vaishnavi? So Krishna needs anything from us so that he can, hi, I like the Barbie doll. Thank you very much. Pink color dress. Does he become happy like that? He doesn't. He doesn't need anything to make him happy like that, right? Therefore, Krishna is Ātmārāmāya, and whereas we are Indriyarama. Krishna, and then the line of this one says, kaivalya-pataye namaha. Kaivalya-pataye namaha means one who can give the ultimate benediction, which is moksha. Moksha. He is the one who can give moksha. No one else can give moksha. That's also is very clear that we should. And it is said that arogyam bhaskarat. Arogyam bhaskara ichyate, shriyam ichyati utasanat, sankarat jnānam ichyate, moksham ichyate janardana. There's a sloka which says, if you want to have good health, arogyam, go to Bhaskar who's sitting there. Yes. Bhaskar, please stand up. Bhaskar, please stand up. 1 second, please. So if anyone wants good health, now I'm not telling, he said, arogyam bhaskarat ichyate. So you have to follow his feet and arogyam will be good. You will not have any problem. Nothing will affect you. Bhaskar. You have to go to Bhaskar. Now that Bhaskar is Surya. Surya. Sun god is Bhaskara. So you go to Bhaskara and then worship. You will be healthy. No health problem. And if you want wealth, Uthasinath, you go to Agni Devata. He will give wealth. I gave a lecture for 2.5 hours in one place. Okay. I quoted this particular sloka. I was talking so much about how one should develop bhakti, how should one surrender. I spoke so much about many things. And I quoted this sloka in between somewhere, I forgot. After the class, one person came and asked me a question. I have a question for you. He said, I thought if you want money, you have to go to Kubera or Lakshmi. Oh my God. Out of all the different questions he could have asked, he was asking this particular question. Anyway, so we have to understand the message, take the essence of this whole message, not to get stuck with certain things. Now, if you want to have jnāna, knowledge, Shankarat, we have to pray to Lord Shiva. But if you want to attain moksha, moksha micchati janardana. Who's Janardana? Krishna. If you want to attain moksha, you want to approach Krishna. That is why we see less people in Krishna temple. Why? We are all afraid. We go and pray to Janardana, immediately will give moksha to us. What will happen? Who will pay our bills, mortgage and everything? He will come. You are giving moksha, come to Vaikunta. I'll take you now. So therefore, we see less crowd in Krishna temple. I think that could be the reason, right? But anyway, it's not so. Krishna can give anything that we want. When he can give, when a donor can give $1 million, what is the problem for him to give $100, $10, $1,000? He is ready to give $1 million, right? When Krishna says, I can give you moksha, the way we should understand is that means he can give anything else also to us. Even material life, he can make it better. No problem for him to do that one, right? That is this sloka, sloka number 27. Let's move on to sloka number 28, or in the sequence, it is 11th sloka. Manne tvam kalam ishanam anadi nidanam vibhum samam charantram sarvatra bhutanam yan mitakkalihi. This sloka is important sloka, nice sloka, because it has a lot of information here. Manyatvam, I consider you. In my realization, Kunti is telling, in my realization, everyone has a personal relationship with God. For example, how do we understand? For me, Arun is sitting here. Arun, raise your hand. Okay. For me, Arun, I have some realization what he is. He is a question bank. In our congregation, he is a question bank. He can have tens and thousands of questions, right? That's how I see him, perceive him. Now, I don't know his wife is present here. She's not, maybe she's online. I go and ask Vaishnavi, his wife, what is your realization with your husband? She metal is useless. Sorry, I mean, he's a great person. He's a very good person. He cooks for me, washes things for me, takes care of me. She may give more realization about it. So likewise, God also should be realized individually by each and every one. For each and every one, God is not the same. He could reciprocate according to how we interact with him. If you consider him to be like a child, like Mother Yashoda considered, if you consider him like a child, he will be a child for you. If you consider him like a Swami, master, he will be a master and you will be a servant for him. If you consider him to be like a pati, a husband, he will treat you as a wife, a lover and loved one. It's a relationship that we have, is how Krishna will reciprocate to us. Therefore, Kunti had a realization that Manyatvam, for me, I have a realization, Krishna. Krishna is what's your realization? Kalam, she's telling a few points here. Kalam, Ishanam, Anadi, Nidanam, Vibhum. These are the terms that she's using. She's telling, you are Kala. Kala means you are the time factor, time. Kalosmi. Krishna also says, I am time in Bhagavad Gita. Right? You are the time, number one. You are Ishanam. Ishanam means you are the supreme executor or the commander, controller of everything that's happening. Everything happening is controlled by Krishna himself. Next is, you have no beginning and no end. Anadi Nidanam. You don't have beginning, you don't have end, Vibhum, but you are pervaded, Vibhum, you are everywhere. You're everywhere. And that's a first pada. And second pada says, Samam Charantam Sarvatram Bhutanam. This is a very interesting point. Samam Charantam Sarvatra Bhutanam. That means you are so impartial, equal to everyone. Krishna is equal to everyone. Yan mitakkalihi. So this is what she says over here. And interestingly, what Queen Kunti says is exactly what Mandodari says in Ramayana. If you turn the pages of Ramayana, go to the Valmiki Ramayana, where Ravana has been killed, is finished, and his body is lying down like this. At that time, Mandodari comes, and she sees her husband in a dead situation, who cannot be defeated by anyone, is lying down there helplessly. And she was thinking, who could ever do this one? And then she turns around and see who that person who defeated Krishna, I mean, my husband. It turns and see, and she sees Ramachandra. When she looks at Ramachandra, she tells a beautiful slokam. She says a very beautiful slokam. And that's what Kunti is also saying. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma Sanatanaha Anadi Madhya Nidanam. Did you catch the word? Anadi Madhya Nidanam Mahat Paramo Mataha Mahan Paramo Mahan. He says the same thing. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma Sanatanaha Anadi Madhya Nidanam. And go back to the sloka of what Kunti said. Anadi Nidanam Vibhum. Anadi Nidanam Vibhum. It is, if you see the histories of these things, it's always quite interesting to see that the women have more bhakti than the men. That's a record always. It's always the case because Krishna loves women than men. Why? Naturally, women are simple, whereas men are manly. There are more ahankaram the men has compared to the simple women. Therefore, the women has opportunity to realize God quicker than men. That's a point. That's why Mandodari praised Rama, Tara praised Rama, Surpanaha praised Rama. Tarno Rupa Sampanno, Suhumaro Mahabalo, Pundarika Vishalaksho, Shira Krishna Jimbaro. This is a sloka praising Rama by Surpanaka to her brother, glorifying anyway. So, like that, also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Arjuna also says the same thing. Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupam. This is the 11th Vishwarupa Darshana. Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. In the 11th chapter, Arjuna also says the same thing. I couldn't see the beginning. I couldn't see the middle. I couldn't see the end. I don't know who you are. Krishna, who are you? I cannot understand who you are. So that's the greatness of God. We are all defined within this body. We are all defined within this body. I cannot exist outside of this body. But the yogis are there who can exist outside of this body also. For example, Adi Shankaracharya, he left his body in a cave and took another body and lived in that body for some period of the time, and he came back and took back his body. That's a beautiful story anyway. Likewise, Saubhari Muni took 60 bodies. There are yogis who can do that one, but no one can say I am Vibhu. No one can say I'm Vibhu. Vibhu means they are everywhere. They are limited. Yogis are limited, but Krishna is not limited. He is present everywhere. His Vibhu is pervaded everywhere. There, for example, just imagine we have someone over here who's little, physically in appearance, they are little big in size. In this, they occupy this whole place. They are little hefty. This whole place has been occupied. Someone is coming, and that person says, "Someone can you please move? I want to go and sit there." But their size is such a way that this whole room they are sitting. That's how their body is so big. And someone is coming, "Can you please move? I want to sit inside." How can that person move? Can the person move? Cannot move. Now we are going to ask God, "Can you please move from this place to that place?" What God is going to tell? I cannot move. Why? He is Vibhu. He is present everywhere. There's no one place where he cannot exist. He cannot. That's a difficult part for God to move from one place to another place. I can move from this house to another house. God cannot move from this place to another place because he's present everywhere. Vibhum. Vibhum. Maybe is Vibhum within this only? No, he is Anadi Madhyam, na Anadi, na Madhyam, Anadi Madhyam, Nidanam. He is not having starting, beginning, and middle, and nothing. Is everywhere. Nothing means doesn't mean that he doesn't have a body. He is so Vibhu. We are Anu. He is Vibhu, we are Anu. Anu means we are little. God is big. We are little. That could be another topic by itself. Now let's take the second part of the sloka. Samam Sharantam Sarvatra Bhutanam. It is said that Kunti is telling that he is impartial and equal to everyone. Now the question comes, is that true? Is God equal to everyone? Is God equal to everyone, Bhavya? Then why did it kill Hiranyakashipu? Why did it kill Ravana? Why he was only supporting Pandavas, not Duryodhana? But he's equal to everyone, right? If he's equal to everyone, you should not consider your karma and all those things. You should treat everyone equally.
this is the choices they got the kind of reaction. That's what I got.
From the previous? Forget about previous. Tell now. Now, talk about now. God is samam, equal to everyone. Then why is that we see differences in the world? Why can't he make everyone rich? Why can't he make everyone happy? Now is the point is, going back to Ramayana. What happened is that Lakshmana was hit badly and he was lying down unconscious. He was lying down unconscious. And Ravana thought, this is the right moment to defeat these Rama and Lakshmana. If I take away Lakshmana and Rama will, in separation, he will not fight and he will die. So Lakshmana was lying down, no one were around, he was lying down, defeated by an arrow, and Ravana came. And Ravana tried to lift Lakshmana with his two hands. He couldn't lift it. Then he had now he brought up another 10 hands, another 18 hands. He tried to lift. Remember, Ravana lifted which mountain? Kailash mountain. Where is Kailash? Where is Lakshmana? Right? He has lifted Kailash mountain, but he could not lift Lakshmana. He tried his best. He don't know what's happening here. So he gave up and he went. Hanuman came. He saw that Lakshmana is lying down there. Immediately he circumlated Lakshmana, and then without any effort, he just like as if you're taking a cotton ball, he just lifted him and went up. Now the question, it's the same body. It's not that Lakshmana added some dumbbells in the sides, seeing that Ravana is coming, add some weight. And then after he left, he removed some weight. It's not like that. It's the same person who was lying down unconscious, by the way. He was not conscious. He was lying down unconscious. Then what is the difference between Ravana was not able to lift, whereas Lakshmana was able to lift? What happened over there? And Hanuman was able to lift, and Ravana was not able to lift. Why? Correct. Ravana could also be circumlated and try to lift. Right? But that's not a very important point. The point is, it depends on in what consciousness we approach the Lord. Accordingly, he will reciprocate. Anukulyam, pratikulyam. These are two terms we should know. Anukulyam means is favorable. Lord is going to see, is he favorable or unfavorable? If is he coming to me favorably, then I will reciprocate him likewise. If he's coming in favorably, I will reciprocate him likewise. That's all. Another story. If God is equal to everyone, he saved one elephant. What? What's the elephant name? But he killed another elephant somewhere. What's the elephant name? Kaivalya-pataye. Elephant. By jati, it's an elephant. Whereas he showed partiality. One elephant he saved. Another elephant he killed. Come on. And you're telling samam charatram. He is equal to everyone. How is that? The answer is whether the person is coming anukulyam or pratikulyam. If you are coming in favor, I favor you. If you're not coming in favor, I favor you according to what you want. That's all it is. Therefore, he is equal in that sense. Therefore, we should, even Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita also, if you remember, samoham sarva bhuteshu. Correct? Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshtina priya. I treat everyone equally. I don't have any enmity towards anyone. Krishna says in this particular sloka, I'm equal to everyone. I don't have any enmity towards anyone. But why is that? How do you say that you're killing an elephant, you're saving an elephant, and you're supporting the Pandavas, and you're defeating the Kauravas? You're doing all different things. It's just simply because of that reason. He doesn't see. Here's the four things to be important. When Krishna says samoham sarva bhuteshu, that means he does not, when someone comes and surrenders to him, he does not see whether in the jati, whether you are a devata, whether you are a manushya, you are a gandharva, you are a yaksha, you are a rakshasa. He doesn't see the difference between the jati. Whether you are manushya, you are human. He doesn't see any jatis. Whether you are a human, whether you are an animal, whether you are a bird, whether you are a tribe, whether you are whatever you may be. He doesn't see any of the differences when you come and surrender unto him. In that way, he is equal. And next is that where he is equal, akarat. Akarat means when he does not see whether this person is tall, whether this person is short, whether this person is fat, whether this person is thin, whether it's looking beautiful, whether it's fair in color or dark in color, he doesn't see. He treats everyone equally when they surrender. They surrender. And he also sees a third one, that is whether this person whether he is in highly in an educated position of in sattva guna, rajo guna, and tamo guna. What he sees only is surrendering or not surrendering. He doesn't see any of those things. And then how much knowledge he has, whether he studied all the 4 Vedas or has no knowledge, he doesn't look into that also. In that way, when one surrenders, irrespective of their jati, their appearance, their knowledge, their wealth, and all those things, he accepts them. In that way, he is equal. Tamoham sarva bhuteshu. That is how we should understand this one. Now let's move on to the 12th verse, that is 29th verse. Naveda kaschit bhavam chikirchitam taveha manasya nirnam vidambhanam nayasya kaschit dhaityasti karhichit dvishyascha yasmin vishama matir nirnam. This is another beautiful one where it says it, O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor. It's a continuation from the previous one. Though Kunti is telling, many people think that you have taken the human form of life. Therefore, you're also behaving like human. How does human behave? Among the people, how does human behave? There's a list. These are my favorite people. These are my friends. And these are my enemies. Correct? We have a list. That list as good people, favorable people, bad people, these are my enemies. We have these differences. That's how we all. Sometimes we'll be a nice person. Sometimes we'll become a worst person. We'll be thinking, is this person? He was so nice to me. What happened all of a sudden? Suddenly changed, right? We'll see the behavioral change among ourselves. When our expectations are not met, that means someone is going to become enemies in our life. As long as we keep the expectation to the mark, we are good friends. If we start challenging the person, if we start questioning the person, then problem starts. That is why everyone is afraid to ask anything to anyone. It's better to go like this. If you ask something, problems. He will not talk to me, she will not talk to me. Husband and wife problem, this problem, that problem, friends problem. Therefore, people are not willing to open up and talk. But the real friendship is this. Please understand, it's an important point. The real friendship is this, where you are able to express your feedback, give your feedback to other person, and the other person is ready to accept the feedback. Whatever the extreme the feedback could be. That means the relationship is so strong. That means the relationship is so strong, then that relationship is called a true friendship. When you have a fear of wanting to correct a friend or a person, that means the relationship is not developed yet. If you can open it up, Shri, what you're doing is not right. You should not be doing like this. Then she said, this Prabhu, I wish he never comes to St. Louis again. Whenever he comes, says something or the other, find faults in me, right? So in my workplace, this happened. Today, one person was telling that they have these meetings, and the meeting that person was, the other person was talking something to this person, and this person did not like the way of that person communicated to this person. And then he gave a feedback that I didn't like the way that you spoke to me. And he was telling like that publicly in front of everyone. And then what happened is that person who gave the feedback told me today is his last day. He came and told me that the feedback that I gave to that person, and that person took it so positively, and he changed a lot. In the workplace, then just imagine this is a workplace where they don't have any spiritual knowledge, consciousness, and we should know as a practicing devotees, what should we practice? We should practice. We should rather stop telling to tell our friends, so-called our friends, our spiritual friends, tell stop praising me, but correct me. Tell me if I have any problems. Therefore, whenever I get a chance, His Holiness Romapal Swami Maharaj comes, who is my Siksha Guru. When he comes, I ask Maharaj, is there anything that I need to make correction? Is there anything that I can correct myself, Maharaj? And Maharaj gives, his feedback. He gives me, Lal, you have to do like this. You have to, whatever he says. And that's how it is. You have to always check and measure how things are. Therefore, what happens is here, it says that over here, she's telling that people are thinking, Krishna, since you have taken a human form, people are thinking that you are also behaving like human. Sometimes you are good to people, sometimes you are bad to people. Sometimes you favor some people, sometimes you are killing people. That's what Krishna does, right? You see the whole thing. That's how it is. He's favoring some people, sometimes he doesn't. So therefore, people are thinking like that, Krishna, and they don't know who you are, Krishna. You don't know who you are, Krishna. Then one may ask this question: why does, if that is all true, then why even God have to create these problems to us? We should know that God does not create problem in our life. God is such a wonderful, compassionate, merciful Father who doesn't want us to suffer at all. But we are suffering. Who's cause of our suffering? Who is the cause of our suffering? Let me ask another question. You're going to say something? Ourselves. You just came, but you gave a fantastic answer. Clap. You could have come after half an hour also, because looks like you know everything. Okay, very good. Now here, the point, ourselves. Now here, let me ask another question here. In the spiritual term, we say everything is a person, right? Everything is a person in the spiritual term. Everything has a form. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, karma, our papa karma, punya karma. Does karma, let me ask, is karma is a conscious entity or unconscious? Is a sentient entity or a non-sentient thing? You understand what sentient and non-sentient means? Does karma as consciousness or doesn't have consciousness? Karma, papa karma and punya karma has consciousness, that it can think, it can function, it has some intelligence. What do you think? Non-sentient. Non-sentient. Raise your hand if you're saying non-sentient. That means it doesn't have consciousness. It is jada, asat, jada. Okay. How many of you think that it has intelligence? Karma has intelligence. It has an AI program. It designed. So it has some intelligence. How many of no? So that means that you're in between. Some of you are in between. You don't know. Better to be quiet. We don't know what this guy is going to tell. Better to be quiet. Right? Neutral. Now, huh?
Karma is a result from consciousness.
You don't change the philosophy and topic now, please. I asked a yes or no question. You should only ask. This is another problem with intelligent people. They will not tell answer yes or no. They will give another philosophy and take us outside of the topic. Right. Anyway, now the point is, karma is a non-sentient entity. It is ajada. It doesn't have intelligence. Now I'm asking a question. Does karma has a form? Does it have a rupam?
No.
How many of you say karma doesn't have form? Raise your hand. Looks like a lot of you all will raise your hand. Karma has form or not form? Like nice. If you want to raise nice. Right. Half means like this means like this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Karma has a form. No form? You say no form, right? Over raise. No form. Now let me tell you something, which is going to be very interesting. Karma has a form. Karma has a form. How can you say karma has a form? Well, I get up from here and going and walking, and then Hari Krishna comes and slaps on my face. I told you to stop the class at 8 o'clock. Why did you go beyond 8 o'clock? I have a family, I have a kid, and I have to go to work tomorrow morning. And please just slaps on my face. Right? Now I'm telling you, I have seen karma. in the form of Hari Krishna. My karma has taken a form called Hari Krishna and come in front of me and paying me for what I have to go through in my life. Right? So anyone whom we feel giving us a hard time in our life, in whatever rupam it may be, form it may be, it could be a husband, it could be a wife, it could be a children, it could be a in-laws, it could be a friends, it could be even devotees. They are all nothing but the form of our karma. Please understand. If we understand this one, we will not hate anyone. Yes or no? You should send them a thank you card. You are none other than Mataji, Prabhuji, you are none other than you are my own karma. I always wanted to see my karma. You are taken a form of my karma. Daya Sindhu Mataji, you are my karma. Right? Like that. Just imagine, consciousness totally changes if you think like that. Whoever is giving you a hard time, challenges, you think that's not this form of my karma. That's it, over. Problem solved. Let's move on. Now, therefore, she is telling, Queen Kunti is telling, everything that I'm going through in my life is simply because of my own karma. That's all. Karma. Now, let's move on. We have a few more slokas to finish. Your question? No. Okay. Okay. Now, let's move on to the 13th sloka. Okay. Janma karma cha vishwa-atmanne ajasya kartur atmanah triyan nirishu yadeshu tad adyanta vidambanam. Janma karma cha vishwa-atmanne. He says here, my dear Lord, you have taken so many different forms as the best actor. You are taken a different form as a best actor, but you are not really that actor. You're not really that actor. You're just taken that form as so and so, but no one understands that you are not that, but you are something else. You have taken a form of a fish. You have taken a form of a tortoise. You have taken a form as a boar. You have taken a form as a tree. You can take in a form as a forest. You can take in a form as a mountain. Krishna has taken different forms, but you have done all this thing as a best actor. That is what has been told here. Triyanna nirsheshu yadishu tat adyanta vidambanam. Janma karma cha vishvatmanne. Janma karma cha vishvatmanne. You just taken whatever you did, a stealing of butter, stealing of the garments of the gopis, and then speaking all the lies to make sure that your friends and the Pandavas are winning the battlefield. All those things you have done very nicely. Very nicely. Therefore, you're the best actor. In Vamana Avatar is so very interesting. It is said that the Vamana Avatar appeared to uplift Mother Earth, whereas Krishna appeared to uplift Yadava Kulam. Yadava Kula was completely gone. There was a king by name called Yayati. This is also from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yayati. He had quite a few sons. How many sons did Yayati have? How many sons did he have? Gopala. Look here. Why are you looking there? How many sons Yayati had? How does he know? So Yayati had 5, right? So Yayati wanted to, after a certain period of the time, he become old. But then he doesn't want to give up his youth. He wants to still enjoy his life. So he had a special program. He went to his first son and Yadu, and then he asked him, can we do a small exchange? The son asked, what do you want, my dear father? I can do anything for you. I want to exchange the youthness. You take mine and you give your youth to me. Don't ask me how and I want to do. Please, Prabhu, tell me how the technique is. I don't know. You have to go to Yayati. I don't know. But anyway, so he said, I cannot do this one. Because he refused to his father's proposal, he did not get kingdom. He did not get kingdom. From that time onwards, Yadu Kulam was gone. It is only after Krishna appeared in that particular Kulam dynasty, it came back again. Yadu Kulam. Therefore, you see, Vamana Avatar appeared to uplift Mother Earth. Krishna appeared to uplift Yadukula. But the beautiful thing is that Vamana Dev is such a thing that so where is Muthu? Is Muthu here present, or is Jyoti also here? Please come forward, because it's not nice without addressing you or talking to you. So you tell me this this house belongs to you? Ah, thank you. Where is the papers and documents? Huh? And a puja room, right? Okay. On the way, I'll just thank you. So she told this is not hers. The papers are also there. Whoever goes first, we'll just take the papers and go away. The point here is, for example, they have gone out of town. Now I come and occupy this house. Okay, I come and occupy this house. And Muthu is coming. And Jyoti is coming. They're coming. They're falling at my feet and tell, please give this house to us. Please give it to us. And they're doing pujas and aarti and everything. How will that be? What are they supposed to do? They don't know me. Assume that they don't know me. I occupied the house. They're coming and they're doing worship and puja to me and requesting me to give the house back to them, which belongs to them, correct? How does it sound? Nice? What should they do to me? Whatever Hare Krishna did, correct? What he did, they have to do more to me. Or police complaint or something they have to do. Agreed? Jyoti, that's what you do, correct? Yes or no? Yeah. Oh my God. That's what she's going to do. But see here, the best actor, Krishna, appeared as Vamanadev. And what did he do? He went with Kamandulu and umbrella, went to this king called Bali Maharaj. Yachanam is begging. He begged for 3 foot of land. Okay, 3 foot of land. The acharyas are all telling, Ātmārāmāya, we cannot even imagine God's Leela. We cannot even imagine what extreme he will go. Because why they are appreciating is that this entire creation is his. This entire creation is his. Instead of going and begging, give me 3 foot of land, what should he do? Hey, give the land back. Just hit him and slap him and take the thing. Right? He didn't do that one. What a best actor you are. What a best actor you are, Vamanadev. Right? That's been told over here. Triangle. Therefore, all this are wonderful. We are moving to the 14th sloka. We just have 3 more slokas. We'll 14, 15, and 16. We are done. This is from the this is 31st text and 14th sloka in our sequence of 26. Gopyadhate tvai kritagasi dhama tavad yate dasashru kalilanjana sambramaksham vaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya stitasya samam vimohayati bir api yat vipathe. This sloka is nothing other than Damodarashtakam. Damodarashtakam. So you're all very well with Damodarashtakam, where it says that Krishna, how did you act? Because Yashoda understood that Krishna is going and stealing butter. Now, children, please be attentive. Krishna is going stealing butter. And especially the problem that Yashoda has is not that Krishna should not eat butter. She loves Krishna eating butter and becoming like this, bushti, right? He likes to eat butter. But the problem she has is, why you have to go and eat somewhere else? I will make here for you. And you can eat how much ever you want. But the problem Krishna has is, he tells, it is not as tasty as when you steal and eat. Right? Right? So sometimes this happens that, anyway, no. I will not tell, because what happened was, you're putting me into problem. You are the rupa of my karma. Anyway, what happens sometimes, that the prasadam comes, goes inside the altar room, comes outside, before it goes to the kitchen to get transferred, 3-4 jamuns and laddus will disappear. You have to put a satellite camera and this camera and try to find out. You cannot find. Whatever camera set and security system you put, still you cannot find how that laddus disappeared. You cannot tell how the laddus disappeared. Okay? It will disappear somehow or the other. Likewise, when you eat not from your house, that also the same thing. You know, the mothers can tell this one for definitely, that when your child, you feed your child the best food at your house, they will eat less. And the same food has been cooked by someone else, they will eat as if they have never eaten in their life. They will spoil in the family name. These kids will go there, Mataji, give me more, give me more. You know whom I'm talking about. Mataji, give me more, give me more. Make this one, make that one. Make this one. Oh my God. Why is she spoiling our name? Right? But that's the relationship the kids have. That's a different thing altogether. It's loving relationships. That's nothing. I'm making a joke here. But you can see that therefore Yashoda is thinking that, Krishna, I am making all this wonderful ghee for you from the high-class cows, condensed from so many millions of 500,000 of cows, to that milk is taken and fed to the another 1,000. That another 1,000 is fed to another 100 cows drank that milk and then gives just, it's a condensed milk of all those milk. Finally, she makes a essence of all the milk into this wonderful butter. Krishna doesn't take that. He goes and steals and takes the butter. Therefore, Yashoda became very, very upset. Said, I'm going to teach you a lesson today. She said, hey, come here. Krishna understood. Yes, what did you do now? And he said, you are telling mom? Yashoda just asked, what did you do now? That's all she asked to Krishna. You know what Krishna said? Mom, you're telling I stole the butter? All she asked is, what did you do? Right? He should tell, I did nothing. Instead of that, he's telling, you are telling I stole the butter? That means what? He doesn't even know how to steal properly, lie properly. Right? Therefore, Yashoda chased Krishna with a stick in the hand, and she was chasing, and Krishna was running, and Yashoda was chasing, and Krishna was running. And finally, Yashoda could not any further. She became very fatigued and very tired. And Krishna turned and said, what am I? Whom am I competing with? It's just my mother. Why should I? What is it? Where is the program of me winning over my mother? Sometimes in the family life, this is a very important point, especially for Grahastha. Sometime in the family life, we have to lose to win. We have to lose to win. In Ramayana, what happened was in Chitrakoot, Lakshmana, Rama, and Sita were there, enjoying the beautiful scenery of Chitrakoot. At that point of time, they saw this beautiful lake over there. The river was going, and Rama wanted to have swimming. And Sita said, I will also join. So Sita and Rama wanted to swim. And then they said, let's make a competition. Who is going to do the laps first? And then we need a judge. Who's the judge? Who was Lakshmana? He has to carry all the makeup set and everything. He has to cook. He has to wash everything. Everything he does. Ninnal Kudayam, Adandal is beautiful. He is everything for Lord Rama. And anyway, so he said, okay, I'll be the judge. You'll go. So Sita was Rama. He went, he came off the way. When he was coming off the way, that's when he saw Sita was off the way this side. Then Rama decided, important, please note this one. Rama decided to do something interesting. What did he do? He went into the water and sat inside. Inside the water, he sat inside the water, looking up like that. And Sita slowly went and slowly came and came. And after she went there, Rama came like that. And then Sita turned and laughed and teased Rama. And she still told to Lakshmana, you said your brother is so good in everything. Look at him. Look at him. Huh? Where did he go to school? Swimming pool. YMCA. No good. Please change the teacher. And Lakshmana, you know what he said? Yeah, he doesn't know swimming at all. He always fails in swimming. Huh? That means what? By making Sita win, he actually won the heart of Sita. In husband and wife relationship, it's the same thing. It's not that who is a winner over here by arguing, by fighting, by proving I am correct, you are wrong. Whom are we fighting with? Whom are we arguing with? It's your own wife, it's your own husband. Why? Let that person be winner. Leave it. It's okay. And eventually you will capture the person's heart by letting that person win and you being a loser, but you are going to be the great winner at the end by captivating that person's heart. Anyway, coming back. So here, Yashoda, therefore Krishna thought, this is my mother. Why should I try to win over her? Then he stood there and then he turned towards Yashoda, and Yashoda was a stick. His eyes and earrings were shaking with fear and his lips were shivering and then his tears from his eyes. And then but the Acharya tells, Yashoda didn't even strike one time, but he started crying so loud, all the village people gathered. All the village people gathered. He not even strike one time. All she was telling, try to casual for now. Now he started crying so much, everyone gathered. Everyone gathered. And then Yashoda wondering, what? The whole village is gathered here. And then she looked at Krishna's eyes, and Krishna at that time, he was holding his Anjali Mudra to Yashoda, telling like this. And then he was having a slight smile, crying and smiling. Like this. Can you smile? Can you cry and smile? Hey. Okay. Who want? Okay, Colin. You both. Can you cry? Can you cry? Can you cry? This is another problem. One child fell off in the house and got some hurt. It was bleeding. And father and mother was doing lawn moving thing, and they came inside the house. And they saw the child was bleeding, and it was quite eating popcorn and watching a cartoon scene. And then the father and mother asked, what is this? You got hurt? You're not crying, nothing. I thought you're all not home. Anyway, can you also cry at the same time smile? But Krishna was doing that one. Why? Acharya gives a beautiful explanation that Krishna was thanking Mother Yashoda like that, having a false tears in his eyes, thanking his Mother Yashoda, saying that, my dear mother, if I have to meet one gopi at a time, it will take lot of time for me. One gopi go to meet with her separately, another gopi, second gopi, third gopi, 500,000 gopis are there in the Vrajadam. How much time I'm going to spend? Lot of time. But they are all here at one spot. Therefore, mom, thank you. Therefore, thank you for bringing all the gopis at one spot where I can enjoy them. Therefore, namami ishwaram sachit ananda rupam lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam yashoda loka dhatavamanam param drishva adhyanta lotutya gopyam. Now, that's the thing on that particular sloka. And the only way that we can tie Krishna is not by the rope, by our bhakti, by our love. That's the only way we can tie Krishna. There are many stories we can go on. There's another story, but I don't want to go into this too much story. It's stated, Bhaktya tu ananya sakyaha ahameva vido arjuna. It is only through bhakti alone that we can capture the heart of Krishna. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. Okay. That's the thing that we need to know. And what happens is that when we remember Krishna's pastimes like this, his activities, whatever we are speaking nowadays, you must be thinking, what is this? This guy is just telling some stories here. But Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma che me divyam. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo vekti tattvataha. Tetvadegam punarjanmam. Naiti mam eti so Arjuna. He says, Naiti mam so me eti so Arjuna. He says that Janma karma cha me divyam. My birth, my activities are all transcendental. It is not material like how we do. It is all transcendental, spiritual. Those people who meditate upon my stories, my birth, my activities, who think about, who are hearing, who are speaking about my glories, what he says that Tektva deham punarjanmam. Tektva deham punarjanmam. Tektva, leaving this body, whenever we leave this body, punarjanmam means next life, naitimam. Naitimam means no birth again. No birth again. Simple program. We have to make an arrangement to people to gather like this, sit and hear Krishna Katha. That's all we have to do. All we have to do is gather people, sit and hear Krishna Katha. Krishna janma karma che me divyam evam to viti tattvata tektva deham punarjanmam naitimam so Arjuna. We never have to take birth again. That is what it says. When we think about Krishna's activities, transcendental activities, our material activity will stop. We don't need to come back again to do material activities. When we think about when Krishna appeared, as soon as he appeared, Devaki and Yashoda, the iron shackles got cut off. When we think about that story, when we remember that our iron shackle, that the bondage that we have within this material world will cut off. When we think about that Krishna drank his mother's milk, Yashoda's milk, we will not take birth again to drink another mother's milk. Another mother's milk. That is why we have to constantly fill our ear holes with Krishna Katha all the time. It is not a once in a while. We have to regularly keep hearing the spiritual topics. Katha, Hari Katha. We have to keep on hearing. As we keep on hearing, all the kalmisham, all the contamination that we have in our heart, everything will go away and will become pure in consciousness. Simple program. Simply hear. Simply hear. Everything starts from hearing process. When we are born, it is only our growth is because of we started hearing. Someone said, hey, you look like my mother. And the wife will tell, no, she looks like my mother. There all be fight started already. Or no, it's like my uncle. No, it's like my uncle. Right? Whether nose look like this or body looks like it doesn't matter. You speak about Krishna Katha. That is what we are going to do. And that's what is very important. When we do this one, our karma vanishes. Our karma vanishes and we'll be done with our samsara. Last 2 more slokas, we are done in another 5 more minutes. 15th sloka, 32nd in the Bhagavatam. Kejit ahur ajam jhatam punya slokasya kirtaye yaduhu priyasyanva vaye malayasveya chandanam. Malayasveya chandanam. Kechit. Some say that now she's getting into 3-4 slokas in sequence where what is the purpose of Krishna's appearance? Many people tell different reasons why Krishna appeared into this world. Some say that Krishna appeared paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna appeared for this reason. Some say that Krishna appeared for playing with the gopis. Some say Krishna appeared for Vibhishana, for gopikas and Prahlad, and different reasons people say. Some say he appeared for stealing butter. Right? Many reasons are there. Therefore, Queen Kunti is telling what is the reason that Krishna appeared. Did he appear to kill Kamsa, or did he appear to give pleasure to the Devaki Vasudev? What is the reason that she appears? Many people have many ideas like that. That is the sloka it says over here. And we'll move, before we move, okay, let's move on to the 16th sloka and then we'll come back here as if we have time here. 33rd sloka. Apare Vasudevasya Devakyam yachito abhyaghat ajastvam asya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. Others say that since a birth, others say that some people say that he is taken birth because to give pleasure to Vasudeva and Devaki. What happens is that Krishna appeared even before 2 times to the same couple, right? So he appeared for Sutapa and Prashni. They were 2 great saints, husband and wife. They prayed to the Lord that you must appear as our son 3 times. Therefore, he appeared Prishni Garbha. First time to Prishni and Sutapa, he appeared at Prishni Garbha. In the next time, he appeared as Vamana Deva to Kashyapa and Aditi. And then the third one is Vasudev and Devaki. He appeared at Krishna. He appeared as Krishna. Therefore, you see the interesting thing is that this Sutapa and Prishni, they prayed Krishna to become their son. Only Krishna does these things, these sort of things. Usually, you see that no one goes to, Krishna does not give, we never seen Krishna giving boon to any of them that they will not be killed, they will never be died, they will never die in the daytime, nighttime. You never see any Puranas where Vishnu has given any boon to any such things at all. Whereas the other devatas give, but Krishna does not give. Therefore, the real boon that we should all ask to Krishna is to always that we remember Krishna. Remember Krishna. Now, just a quick exercise to all of you. Say, when God appears in front of you, Bhavya, what will you ask him? Bhavya is, by the way, elevated devotee. Now she's going to give a big answer. I picked a wrong person, but anyway, I called out her name. Bhavya, if Krishna appears in front of you, what you're going to ask?
You provide me bhakti.
You provide me bhakti. Very good. Summon me. Huh?
Make me be in his service.
Be in his service. Bhakti. Let me become myself and my brother become a big tennis player, Wimbledon tennis player. No, you don't ask that. Okay, okay. Krishna, what will you ask if Krishna appears in front of you? Be frank, everyone. In Krishna conscious. Okay, very good. So now, Krishna, hey, Krishna appears in front of you. What did Dhruva ask? What did Dhruva ask? Krishna was ready to give boon. He said, ask whatever boon you want, and I'm ready to give you. What Dhruva said? My dear Lord, I don't want any boon. I was attracted to the broken pieces of glasses. Now I understand it has no value. And when Krishna appeared as Narasimha Dev in front of Prahlad, Narasimha was ready to give all the boons. What did Prahlad ask? Yeah. Nothing. Yes, nothing. Prahlad asked nothing. So then when the Lord has appeared, say for example, one of you are cooking, right? You make a wonderful feast with keshari and laddus and dal and nice sabji, and you keep in front of Krishna. And to your surprise, Krishna came and ate, emptied the plate. Okay, Sri is done. Sunny, Krishna is coming in front of you. You cooked a night feast for him, and you gave Krishna, finished completely, emptied the plate. Okay, now he's telling, I'm so satisfied. What boon you want, Sunny? You don't want boon? Are you sure? Which year of college you are in? Third year. No boon, sure? Think about it. Okay, no boon. Anyone else? If Krishna is satisfied what you cooked and he's asking, I'm going to give you boon, what will you ask as a boon? This is the end of our presentation. What will you? Oh my God, we have a big cook over there in the corner. Mataji, please tell me. What will you ask? Krishna is pleased with your cooking. And what will you ask as a boon? Okay. So when Krishna is happy and he's telling that I'm happy with your food, what you cooked. Now I'm going to give you a boon, ask you boon. And devotees should say, Krishna, I have one boon. Just wait here. And you go inside to the kitchen, prepare, come back and give the plate to him again. And Krishna eat. And Krishna is going to eat. Just now I ate. Well, that is the boon I want. I want you to eat again. That's all the devotees wants. And that's all that's all the devotees asking for. They want to see Krishna as happy. That's all they want. Krishna, you eat. Keep on eating. I will keep on feeding you. I don't want, that is my boon. Nothing else is my boon. Okay. So with that said, we have completed 16 slokas of today. And tomorrow we'll cover the 10 slokas more and we'll conclude this beautiful Kunti's prayer. We'll see if there's any discussions or questions. We'll take a couple of questions. Online, if anyone else online want to ask any questions, please feel free to ask. Any comments, questions, corrections? Yes. Venumadri Prabhu. No, you go ahead, brother.
Number 26, janma aiśvarya with verse you talked about. So it says, your lordship cannot be easily approached.
Mhm.
When you have all those qualities. The way you said it, Krishna will not come to you. Like if you have all those.
Mhm.
So which is the right way? So when I have all that,
You
I
cannot.
won't go to Krishna because I think I have everything. Right? Krishna will still can come and give me what I. If he wants to give me mercy, he can give.
Yeah.
It's just that more the person who has it will not approach. Or is it the way I understood when you said it is Krishna will not be there for you.
If you have all the wealth that has been mentioned over there, the four things is mentioned over there. You have the wealth and you see that that belongs to you, then Krishna doesn't, it's not easy for them to approach Krishna, which means Krishna is not going to come to you.
But in a case like say, there are stories where Krishna gives mercy even though the person did not approach in that mood or surrender. Putana's example comes to my mind. Or Ajamila, for whatever. He's not surrendering in any mood, but he got the mercy.
Yeah, but you should understand that Putana did not come in a favorable way. But still, Krishna took the positive thing of she acted like a mother and gave her a moksha. But also there's a difference moksha. The moksha that she attained is little different than the moksha that devotee will aspire for. There's slight differences there in the way that she attained moksha. Whereas in the case of Ajamila, Ajamila did not immediately get moksha. He was given a second chance. He went to Haridwar and perfected himself, and then he attained moksha. So the answer is God is independent, that we always see that. Swatan is a swatantran. We cannot question him, why he, why not me? We cannot question him. He can give his mercy to anyone. We may be bewildered to see why to that person, because you only know me for past 20 years. You don't know how I was before 20 years. You don't know what I was and how I was before in my previous life. You only see me as this a horrible person. How did he get mercy of God? But you don't know my history. But when it comes to Krishna, he has a complete data of me. So when he does calculation, we cannot ask question why he. It could be multiple various reasons a person gets mercy of God. From us, from a surface level, it may be hard to digest for us. Why this person? Oh my God. But we don't understand Krishna's plan. So Padmadesha Prabhu.
Yeah, well, thank you for that very nice information.
Thank you.
I always have this question in my mind that that Krishna is so merciful. He wants us back. He's actually claiming us back. And some way or the other, he come here personally. And he's not supposed to come, but he came personally and he did all the pastimes and everything. But still, I have committed a blunder mistake in the past that I forget him once. That's why I'm here. Is that mistake be repeated again under any situation or circumstance?
Please repeat the question. I didn't catch.
So, Krishna is so merciful.
Krishna is so merciful.
And
Okay.
he's actually giving me all facilities,
Yes.
all favor
Yes.
to claim me back again.
Okay.
And which is happening right now. I'm just surrounded by devotees. I'm getting restoration of all the devotees, and I'm getting prasadam to eat and taking darshan of Krishna as well.
Mhm.
But one blunder mistake I have done in the past that I forget him to enjoy separately. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
In that situation that happened in the past, is there ever a possibility that it can happen again, even if Krishna is providing so much facility? Right now, I remember him, but if I still there will be the chances of happening that mistake again and again, forget to again.
Krishna answered already in Bhagavad Gita. Once you approach, you attain his abode, you're not going to come back again. One time you made a mistake, we all made a mistake, but we learned the lesson. Therefore, we will not come back again into this world. But saying that said, we should always have that mood of servant, of wanting to serve Krishna. That should be always there, wherever we are. That mood should be there, whether here or in the spiritual world. Now that we are learning the lesson hard way, therefore, we will not shene punye, will not come back into this world. We'll never come back into this world. The point that we need to know is, even if we come back, just for the argument's sake, even if we come back, we should understand. So, do you have any properties in India, Prabhu? Padmadisha Prabhu? Little. I'm not. I will not ask for document. I'm already Jyoti is giving me a document. That is enough. I'm not greedy person. This document is enough for me. I don't want your document. So little bit there, right? Little bit. Now just cross fingers. Just for the, I'm taking an example. Think that someone has taken that property. This is common in India. Right? Someone has occupied that property. Little bit property. You said it's little bit property. Okay, correct? That little bit property is occupied by someone. What are you going to do? Hey, little bit. We'll leave it. What are you going to do? Say, for example, you bought that property for 5 lakhs, whatever the years back. Now it is worth of 50 lakhs or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever the worth is. It's anyway, it's a little bit. Now, we'll talk later a little bit about. And now that someone is occupied, right? What are you going to do? Fight for it. How much you will fight? The value of that property now is 50 lakhs. I'm just giving an example. How much can you spend on the property, get the property? If it is going to cost you 60 lakhs, for example, will you still fight? Your ancestral property, you don't want to fight. You just give it up. It's okay, chala. You leave it?
What costing you more to fight than to clear it back. So
that is how we are, unfortunately. That is how we are. We'll give it up. But we are all Krishna's property. We are Krishna's property. How much ever is going to take for him costly, he doesn't mind to spend that money. Because we belong to him. He would not give up. Array is more than what I paid. Give up. Because this is a beautiful thing about Krishna. You know how many lifetime we had so far? We don't know. Anadi kalam. Innumerable lifetime we have had. But every lifetime, without pain, without sweating, without complaining, without cribbing, he creates the world again. Is he doing or not? Why does God create world? Out of love for us. Otherwise, how are we going to finish the karma and go back to him? He's so merciful, kind. He's having so much hope. One day this guy will turn towards me. He's away from me, looking other side. One day he will surely turn towards me. And this is my property. I have to take in charge to reclaim my property. Now, that is a point we should know. So how much Krishna loves us, he loves more than how we love him. That's the truth. Our love is just not at all love. But he loves us so much. He wants to claim us back because we belong to him, not to this place. So the owner will take, for any amount it's going to take, he will take us back one day. Vinnulagam puguvathu mannavar vidhiye. There's one saying, Vinnulagam puguvathu mannavar vidhiye, means that whoever has taken birth over here in this world, destined to attain the spiritual world. It's just a matter of time. That's all. Did it answer the question? Thank you all very much for joining. Kindly come to the last part tomorrow. It's going to happen at Adi Shakti Mataji Kripamaya Prabhu's house at 6:30. We are going to have the program. Last part of Kunti's prayer, beautiful prayers. Please come. Also bring your friends The best thing that we can do to our friends, also to our enemies, is to bring them connect to Krishna Katha. You don't need to give them donation, gift. This is the best gift that we can give to our loved ones and best friends is give them an opportunity to hear Krishna Katha and life will change. So kindly I request, tell to one family, bring one person. That's good enough. Today you are 50 people. One of you bring one friend and help that friend to get connected to Krishna Katha. Janma karma che divyam. Tektva degam punarjanma iti mam se iti Arjuna. So that we can go back to Krishna in the spiritual. Hare Krishna.